Houston, we have a problem.
This is bullshit. I'm not listening to this. You are insane.
No, you're insane. You simply do not have time for this crap.
I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon.
You shut your foul mouth!
Yeah, that's my message for you. Fuck you and kiss my ass.
You were just dumber than a bag of hammers.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
You are now tuned in to Dusty Vision Radio.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Cali is on fire, Dre.
Yeah, I know, man. It's
Dog,
real bad.
It looks crazy outside, homeboy. It looks like something out of like a doomsday apocalypse type shit.
Yes. It's and it smells terrible.
Well, you want to know the irony? I'm going to give you nigga logic, Dre.
All right.
One of my friends who smokes 7 blunts a day said that he's not going to go outside, for the next couple of days because it's bad for his lungs.
Okay. Damn.
Nigga logic. That's all I'm going to say. No, just be safe out there.
All right.
Be safe out there. Shit is crazy. I just add this on to 2020. That's all I'm going to say. Just add this on to 2020. Nothing,
Not only 2020, but California.
Yeah.
Because there's been an exodus, crazy stuff. They think it's just going to be like a crazy exo state.
Yeah, like what's that Escape from L.A. with Mel Gibson?
I think it's finally happening.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. To stay safe out there. That's why you're tuned in to Super Audio Network, Dusty Vision Radio, because I take you away from all the craziness that's going on out there, and I bring the craziness right here to you from me. And I appreciate you guys joining the show. We have an awesome show tonight. On the line, I don't want to leave her hanging too much longer. We had her on recently, and we got a nice reception from people. And she's an awesome person. She's from Crown TV and Dragon Slayer Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, MAI LING. What up, MAI LING?
Hi, guys. How are you doing this evening?
We are doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you for coming back on, homegirl.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be back.
Yeah, let me go on and light up my joint.
I already did.
Oh, yeah.
I just did.
So I understand you are a weed connoisseur such as myself, and you just really kind of started smoking weed not too long ago, right?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, October 14th, my son asked me to hit it. Yep. Well, it was his 24th birthday is why. He asked me as his birthday wish if I could smoke with him. And I rolled my eyes and said, give it to me. And I haven't put it down since.
Yeah. It's a great drug, man. It's literally the best drug out there, in my personal humble opinion. But
I agree.
What's your favorite strain, or do you prefer indica, sativa? What's your go-to?
I prefer indica. Orange creamsicle is my all-time favorite. It is just very heavy on the body, and I have a lot of body pain, so it helps me be able to get up and function through the day. So. Gotcha. I really enjoy indicas.
Yes, me too. That's personally my favorite. Actually, I like hybrids, but indica dominant hybrids. That's kind of my favorite. But you have I was watching one of your videos, and you were talking about. You showed me this. You showed us. As we were watching. Now you showed us this remote control that controls some vibrations in your back. What's up with that?
Yes. So 7 years ago, I had to have an implant stitched right onto my spinal cord. Because October 27, 2009, I was in a car accident. I was rear-ended, me and my 3 youngest children. And it really messed me up really, really bad. So 7 years ago, I had major back surgery, had that this device stitched onto my spinal cord, and I can control it with an exterior remote control.
Yeah, that's dope as hell. I'm glad that you came out okay. And, God, you've been through a lot of shit, man. And if it's okay with you, let's
dive in.
Back. Yeah, let's take it all the way back. I want to go all the way back. Where did you grow
up? Southside, Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, Southside, Tucson, and from what I've gathered, you were a rebellious teen.
I was a rebellious teen. I grew up in the church. I was born and raised Catholic. Went to kinder to 6th grade Catholic school. Asked my parents to take me out of Catholic school and put me in public school. And from there, people started picking on me. So I had to start protecting myself. And I learned very quickly that I could protect myself. So anybody that was my friend and they needed protection, I would be there, the one that jumped in front and took on whatever was intended for them.
Okay. Why do you think besides the Catholic school thing, why do you think you were so rebellious?
Because everything was always wrong. I was never allowed to do anything. You weren't allowed to talk about anything. I wasn't allowed to even eat sunflower seeds or chew bubble gum on the playground. Yeah. So it was very, very strict. So I learned at a very young age to do things and try to get away with it. I learned that I had to hide what I wanted to do, what I really wanted to do from people, because they were going to look at me and judge me, or I was going to get in trouble, and I didn't want to get in trouble.
Gotcha.
So I got very good at getting away with things.
Well, let's go back to around August 1993. A 17-year-old MAI LING. You were dating a high-ranking member of a blood set in Tucson, correct?
Correct. Okay. Southside Posse Blood.
Okay, Southside Posse Blood. Talk to me about the day that he shot you, I guess, for lack of better words.
Well, the day that he shot me, the entire day long, he told me that he was going to shoot me and that he was going to kill me. Why was he doing that? I just remembered recently, and the 27th anniversary just passed, but I just remembered recently what the argument was actually about. He had been on cocaine the night before, and he was tweaking really, really bad. He attempted to shoot somebody the day before at a Circle K out here, and the gun jammed. And so the next day, as he's, frantic, I took his cocaine and I hid it under a toilet, in another bathroom. So that I could get him off of these drugs. And he was going crazy. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to kill you. I wasn't paying any attention to him and then the gun didn't work, from what I knew from the night before. So I was like paying no attention, no mind to him. And he comes in the bedroom and the gun goes off and I'm shot.
Damn. Where did he shoot you?
It hit my right ankle. It was a .22 hollow point. It shattered my right ankle and changed direction, and it blew out my Achilles tendon.
Ouch. Fucking ouch. Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you know off top? Because a lot of people get shot and they don't even know till moments later. Did you know off top you were shot?
Yeah, I knew immediately. I felt something really quick. I didn't feel pain right away. I just knew that something had hit. And I looked at him. I was like, you motherfucker, you shot me. And he didn't believe it. I turned around, sat on the bed. I lifted up my leg, and it just started spewing blood, out of two ends. It was very close to my artery. I almost bled to death. There was just a lot that happened that day.
So what happened? How did you react? How did he react?
He freaked out. He grabbed towels. He packed my leg with towels. He ran to the phone. He called the police on himself, saying that he had shot his girlfriend. I was not upset that he had shot me. I was upset that he was telling the 911 operator that we were still boyfriend and girlfriend.
God damn it, woman. What's up with women? Jesus Christ.
Get the story right. We're not together. I broke up with you 2 weeks ago.
I literally pictured that in my head. You screaming from the next one, we're not a fucking boyfriend and girlfriend.
What the fuck? I'm not your fucking girl. I swear I was. I'm not your fucking girlfriend. Yeah. But I made him at that point. I'm still not upset at him. I'm like, you need to get your shit, get the gun, get in the truck, and get out before the cops get here. Because the cops are now going to come. You just called them. They're going to come. So I made him leave. Cops get there, paramedics get there. I'm telling them I don't want any assistance because I was doing illegal shit, so I didn't want anybody there. They told me I didn't have a choice because I was a gunshot victim and I was underage. So they had to take me And they ended up catching him one night over. And he ended up doing, for shooting me personally, he did 3 years and 3.75 years. So like 3 years and 8 months.
And you actually took the stand in defense for him.
In his defense, correct.
Damn. What made you do that?
Well, on top of being from the street and you don't take the stand, you don't testify against anybody. I was, let me go back. I was put in a very difficult position. My dad worked at the state prison here in Tucson as a teacher, and then here I am with, you know, one of the leading gang members here in Tucson, and my dad and my mom are expecting me to testify against him, and everybody in the street is expecting me to, you know, stand for him. And I'm looking at myself, I'm like, I put myself in this. I'm standing for him, and I'm standing for what I put myself in the streets for. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. They were so devastated. But yeah, I took the stand in his defense. I told them I was not afraid of him, and I wouldn't.
So at age
anything.
17, you had more credibility than Tekashi 6ix9ine. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I sure did.
That's nuts.
I sure did.
Damn. So something I also found interesting is that by him telling you, I'm going to shoot you, that was the same as him telling you that he loves you in your eyes?
For me, not for me.
Okay.
No, I
was watching your show
that.
High, so I must have missed it.
No, not for me. Not for me. He there was already domestic violence in our relationship prior to him shooting me. So no, I did not see that as love. I have heard, you know, females saying that, you know, about, oh, you know, I wish he would shoot me. Like,
that's probably
no,
what
girl,
you
you really don't.
Okay, gotcha.
You really don't. That's very ignorant, you know, because that's not love. It really isn't. And it's not fun to get shot either. So
yeah. So you ended up getting pregnant by him, right?
I ended up getting pregnant by him. I ended up, you know, he smooth talked his way back. He's sorry. You know, of course I wasn't going to tell on him. So, you know, it just, he did what he did. He said what he said. We got back together. I ended up pregnant 3 months later. And the same month that I got pregnant is the same month that I turned 18 and he went to prison. And he ended up doing 10 years total the first time.
Damn, homegirl. Yeah, and you have 6 children, right?
I have 6. Our son will be 26.
Damn.
In October.
First off, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw Mei Ling, if she told me she was 26, I would believe her. And she's a 26-year-old kid. I don't know how you do it, but keep doing whatever the hell you're doing, girl, because Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
So 6 kids, huh? Damn. And
Yes.
yeah, so you started out pretty much off top, single mom. You know,
Yes,
you had to do your
same.
thing. You had to pull up your bootstraps and find a way. My son saved my life. I was definitely headed down the wrong path, and I literally, I know probably I would be dead or in jail if he wasn't born 21 years ago. Do you feel like your kids somehow saved your life, or did you just keep continuing doing what you were doing?
I stayed doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
I stayed doing what I was doing. And it wasn't until after I had got married, had another child, and divorced him, and I went back into the life. Not gangs necessarily, just, you know, illegal activities. And yeah, it was not my kids that stopped me.
Gotcha.
Not at all.
No, and you know what? I respect you for even saying that. You mentioned gangs. Did you actually get jumped into a hood?
No, I didn't. It was just, you know, here in Tucson, well, for me, at least, because I was the one that always stepped out. I was always the one that jumped out of the back of the truck, or, you know, just the first one on the lines, you know. So I automatically had that respect. I was with the you know, one of the heads from Southside Posse Bloods. So I was looked at and respected as such, or disliked, whichever side you were on.
Gotcha. You know, we don't get to hear too much about Tucson. We've had someone from Phoenix on my show. I don't know how far that is from Tucson, but
2 hours.
Okay, so not too bad. It's like from here to San Diego. If you're living in LA, but who are some of the neighborhoods in Tucson?
Oh, some of the neighborhoods. Well, some of the old neighborhoods, we have barrios because, we have the Mexican community out here, like Barrio Libre, the west side, of course, the south side. But if you want to get more into, neighborhoods, like you have Southside Posse Blood, you had Southside Crips back then, you had Barrio Vista, you had South Park, you had Western Hills. You had Edith Street, Posse Bloods, there was just a lot. And where we were, the one that shot me and I were living, again, he's head of Southside Posse Blood. We lived right in the center of Southside Crip.
Oh, damn.
And where he shot me was right in the center of Southside Crip.
Damn. You guys obviously were kind of on the low. You moved
No,
low.
we were serving them.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. They didn't like us, but they liked us.
So you used to sell drugs, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What have you sold?
Crack, coke, and weed.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're old enough to remember, which is great. I love talking to people in my age range. Once again, which she doesn't look like, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm sure you remember when crack cocaine hit Tucson. Can you give me an idea of what you remember, just even back then, if you even remember anything about crack cocaine or watching it on the news or hearing about it?
I remember hearing all that Nancy Reagan, all
Just
that.
Say no, we all went to that
spill,
bullshit.
yes, all that crap. I remember all of that. I was very sheltered, so I knew nothing coming out of 6th grade. I knew nothing even about emotions, about how, guys and girls interact. I didn't know about kissing. I didn't know about anything. So when I hit the streets in the 90s, everything was brand new to me and everything was exciting because it was everything I was never supposed to do. And I was already good at getting away with things because that's how I was trained, because I wasn't supposed to get caught, because if I got caught I would get in trouble. So it just really worked out for me. I just became a very good criminal.
Yeah, it's funny how people be like, oh, you ain't real. You never went to prison. You never went to jail. Motherfucker, I just never got caught.
There you go. I don't think going to jail makes you real. I think it makes you dumb because you messed up somewhere.
Yeah, especially when you keep doing it. I knew people in my life who just kept getting caught selling drugs in and out of jail. 18 months here, 7 months here, 12 months here. And I'm just like, nigga, would you just stop selling drugs, dog? This is not your game. You obviously suck at it. You're getting caught every time you can't stay out of jail for 3 months without getting caught. Just give it up, player. Give it up.
Exactly.
But
I did it very bold though, right under the nose. My dad working at the state prison, and it was a lot.
Damn, dude. Now, when I was coming up, before we had this bomb ass weed that we have now, that just knocks me out in 3 hits and I'm done. But back in the day, we obviously had the stress weed, the bullshit, the Mexican weed, whatnot, where you had to
Papa weed.
Yeah, all these. What do you guys call it?
It was Papa weed.
Papa weed.
Dirt
the
weed.
shit that you. Yeah, there you go. Dirt weed.
Yeah,
you
dirt
kids.
weed.
Yeah, you kids out there with your marijuana, your good ass kush, your name this kush, your marathon that. You don't know how me and Mei Ling had it, man. We had to go. First of all, we had to go meet some dude in a fucking Vons parking lot who was always late. The fucking weed dealers were always. I'll be there in 30 minutes. You're there for an hour. You kids don't know that you could walk into a store now. You don't know how good you have it. We had to pull seeds out. Sometime we forgot the seed and it'll pop in your face.
God,
you remember that smell?
Yes, the seeds. And that's what I was most paranoid about, because we had just cleaned a big old sack, like 5 pounds of weed. We had just cleaned the seeds, because back then you had to clean the seeds.
Right.
We had just cleaned the seeds, right in the room that I got shot. So there's a bunch of thieves everywhere. Now there's cops everywhere. Yeah, it was a mess.
Damn, dude.
It was a mess.
I wanted to ask you because I don't know if you know this. Maybe you do. I'm pretty sure you do. But in California, when stress weed was around, Arizona weed was the shit. I don't know if you know this, but okay, so you know, good. Let me real quick story for you because whenever the Arizona weed would come into California, the weed dealers would sell out in like a week. Like if you didn't get it within the 3 days, it's gone, and it was obvious. It was always double the price, and it was really good weed. I don't know why. I don't know what the theory is behind it. Do you know why you guys had really good weed back in the day?
Because I made sure that it got here the right way.
Tell me or talk to me. Don't tell me how, but talk. Like what do you mean by that?
I got very deep into the game.
Okay.
Very deep. I got a lot deeper than games.
Oh, okay. Damn, dude. Yeah. If it's about some cartel shit, don't mention it on my show.
Then let's change subject.
Next. I don't want El Chapo visiting my studio.
Oh.
No, but yeah, it was bomb ass weed.
I know.
And now, what are your weed laws like out there in Arizona now?
We're legal. We have medicinally.
Okay.
So
Still a few years
I take it. I take it everywhere with me. I take it with me on the plane. I don't care because at that point, talk to my lawyer. If you're gonna try to arrest me for some dumb shit, talk to my lawyer.
So that's all you have to say. Oh, nice. Okay. You're teaching me.
Well, no, I mean, it's
I'm
not
always
legal.
afraid
So
to take
I don't encourage anybody to try doing that. It is illegal. It is federally illegal.
Okay.
But for me, I'm willing to say, just talk to my lawyer. I'm willing, like, for all the dumb shit that I've gone through and everything that's happened, like for an ounce or two of weed, talk to my lawyer. Get out of my face.
I like it. That's MAI LING, ladies and gentlemen. I love that shit. I love it. But yeah, so you have to carry the card around and all that and prove that you're.
I don't have to prove anything. Just when
just
I
in
go
general,
purchase
that's the law.
it. Yeah. When you go purchase it, you walk in, you have to have your card.
Yeah.
And you're only allotted a certain amount, every week or so. I don't know what it is, but I'm up to an eighth a day. How about you?
Damn. Okay. Shit. You know what? I don't smoke that much, but I used to, and I can understand. You're only a couple years in, so I get it.
Right.
I smoked so much weed back in my day, but right now I'm at the age, and God damn it, I'm your age, so I feel old now. But I for the fact that I can't hang with you smoke wise, because now a joint a day is pretty much all you're gonna get out of a joint a motherfucker.
See, that's what I started at, but then I started having more health problems, and I increased it, and my health problems have decreased.
And that's the power of.
That's why I love it so much. Yeah. See, back in the day, like back in the early 90s, like before, like when I was doing the little stuff and I was cleaning seeds out and stuff, that weed, like I didn't like that weed. That weed was like, it made you feel like you took a muscle relaxer and you felt drugged and groggy and just stupid. You felt really stupid. And so since I was young, I did not like smoking up until 2 years ago. 2 years ago when I hit it, it melted right off of me. Every stress, every pain, everything. And that's why I won't put it down now.
Yeah. It's a great drug, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great drug. Now, going back to your early days, did you ever dabble in other shit?
As far as I've smoked weed, I snorted cocaine when I used to party in the 90s.
Okay.
And that was it. People never wanted me to try acid. They never wanted, they were just too protective of me when it came to stuff like that. And I was never curious, and I never had an addictive personality. So it never interested in me.
Yeah. If I snorted coke once, I'd be cracked. I'd be selling my ass on Hollywood. I'd turn gay overnight. Because I have an addictive personality off top. So I knew, I was like, I'm just never putting it up my nose, and I'm going to just stick to my weed and my alcohol. I guess alcohol is probably my
alcohol,
vice, which is not. I know. Oh, my God.
I used to.
Yeah, that's.
I don't anymore, but.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
What was your drink of choice back then?
Vodka.
Damn, my girl. That's what I'm
Vodka
sipping
or
on right
rum.
now. Oh, damn.
Vodka or rum,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if I wanted the nice Hawaiian drinks, give me some rum, but otherwise give me that vodka cranberry, Grey Goose straight up, martinis, dirty martinis. Oh, yes.
So you said fuck alcohol, you're not messing with it anymore?
Yeah, I don't do it anymore. My body doesn't like it. I like natural stuff like
Hmm.
marijuana.
That's dope. Another reason,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it could literally get you to stop drinking,
Mhm.
which is a big problem in this country. You know what I'm saying? It's a big problem,
It
alcoholism.
really is.
So
It really is.
yeah, that's why it trips me out when people see me and Maylene grew up in an era where our parents thought marijuana, they put it in the same category as heroin. Their parents grew
Yeah.
up on like reefer madness and oh my god, it's gonna make you jump out of the window and rape white women and stuff like that, all that propaganda. So when I first told my mom that I smoke weed, or she knew that I smoked weed, it was probably the most devastating thing ever.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
The most devastating thing for my parents was when I told them I was no longer Catholic.
Ooh. Okay, so you're 25%. Tell me again.
I'm 25% Chinese
Okay.
and 75%, well, basically 75% Mexican and quarter Chinese.
Okay, and how did that
But I'm
whole?
Spanish and everything. My dad's father is from China and his mother is from Mexico. So my dad is first generation here in the United States.
Okay, and it's
So I'm
yeah.
second generation.
Gotcha.
I'm second generation, and my mom is Mexican, Spaniard, Spanish, all that. So, I have Malaysian and Persian and African, like just a bunch of mixed, just a bunch of stuff mixed together, but basically Chinese and Mexican.
Gotcha. And do you have any mixed kids?
I do. Both my older boys are Mexican and Chinese, so
Okay.
their fathers are Mexican, and then the four youngest, their dad is black and white.
Okay.
So they're beautiful. All my babies are
Yeah,
so
I haven't
beautiful.
seen. Yeah, I've never seen them, but I'm sure they are. If they take after their mother, of course.
Oh, thank you. I have 5 boys and 1 girl. So
Damn. Woo. Oh, that girl's well protected, yo.
she's the one that does she's the one that's been in the fights and everything.
Damn.
Mhm.
So you kind of briefly mentioned
Unfortunately.
you kind of briefly mentioned it on the last time you were on my show, but you said that your son shot himself recently.
Yeah.
What happened?
Jeez, my kid. And it's the same son that his father shot me.
Oh, fuck.
So I got shot in the right ankle.
Mm-hmm.
My son, he ended up accidentally shooting himself with a shotgun in his right foot as well. So fortunately, it was not a direct hit. It was to the side of his foot, but he has shrapnel, that bounced up into his foot, as well as tile that broke off from the floor and shot up into his foot. So he has some nerve damage, but no broken bones. He was very, very, very lucky. It was not his fault. He did not have the thing loaded. Somebody else had loaded it. He woke up, found it where it was, got it to put it away, and it slipped out of his hand, caught on the trigger, and just went off. So,
Man, Jesus.
yes,
That
it freaked me out.
God. Were you in the house?
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
wasn't with me when he did it. He was with his cousin, but
So
my God.
Who gave you the call and how fucking freaked out were you?
My mother, let me tell you how my mom broke it to me.
Oh, shit. They're never good. Never good, right?
No.
Oh, fuck.
She says, Mei-Ling, I need you to know, Gordo's okay. He shot himself, but don't worry.
Jesus.
It wasn't a regular gun. It was a shotgun.
Oh, my God.
I was like, oh, my God, Mom.
What the fuck, Mom?
She thought that was so much better. I'm like, Mom, that's so much worse.
Damn. Oh, my God. See, I like how she told you, Mija, don't freak out, but,
yeah.
Mhm.
But it's okay, Mei-Ling. It wasn't a regular gun. It was a I think it was a shotgun. Oh, my God. What the crap? Yeah, I freaked out.
Well, thank God he's okay.
Yeah, he's great.
And
he's downstairs. He's doing great. We're waiting for one of the pieces of shrapnel to, edge out. It's kind of causing him issues right now, but.
Damn, dude.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is it for a single mother of 6 to prevent her kids from going down the same path that you went down?
I stressed how hard it was for me every single day of their lives, not because it was any fault of theirs, but because of it was every fault of my choices, not anybody else's choices, my choices. I chose to stay with their fathers or get back with them or, stay with them during X, Y, and Z. But they needed to be selfish, take care of themselves, go travel the world, never have any kids.
I love how you said never. I love that.
Ever.
Not wait till you're 35. No, never, motherfucker.
No, ever, ever. And not because I don't love children. I love children. If I could have kept having children, I would keep having children. Wow. I love being pregnant. I love being a mom. Damn. I love parenting. I love raising kids. But I know, again, my health has been, had major issues. And beyond protecting my children, I don't know if I'll be able to protect what they create, and I don't want that. I don't want that variable. So let's exit out. You're not having any kids because I won't be here to protect them just in case.
I like that. It's a strong mama bear right there.
Thank you.
Let's jump into something that I know is very near and dear to your heart as well. It's near and dear to mine also. It's literally my first love. First thing I ever fell in love with when I was a kid and no one else was around and dad was gone and mom had to work and it was just me and my radio. I'm obviously talking about hip hop. I know. Yeah, I know Mei Ling is a big hip hop fan. I was listening to some of the rap battle. First of all, explain the rap battle thing that you have going on.
Oh my God, I have so many things going on, but I have a battle league, a rap battle league. Yeah. I just got into it. I've always been interested in battle rap and, freestyling, going back and forth off the top of the head. That's what battle rap is to me from back in the 80s.
Yeah, when they say freestyle today and it's
written,
I'm like, no, that's written, dog.
It's written.
No,
that's like 3 months prepared. I learned very quick, I think beginning in November when I was introduced to TRBRC, the real battle rap culture, that all of it is so scripted. It's all produced. It's all a production. Yeah. And it's like, wow. It's a soap opera. It's a big soap opera. So I want to change that. And I created my own battle league. Like, why not?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
We just pulled it up right now.
Dragon Slayer Entertainment. Thank you very much. Why not create my own battle league? I have the artists, I have people who want to do this that don't have a platform. Who am I? You know what? Let me make myself somebody. I've always been somebody. Let me make myself somebody again so you guys can be seen, because I'm going to make sure people see you guys because you guys are insanely talented. So let's go at it. You guys go at it, and then we're going to put it out. And that's just what it's been.
Yeah, interesting. Battle rap out of all things. That's so interesting. All right, so let's take it back then, because you're once again my age, even though she doesn't look it, ladies and gentlemen. What is your, I'm going to give you mine and then I want yours, but what is your favorite battle of all time just between two MCs? I got to say, I guess mine is probably Nas and Jay-Z, because that was, when I was just loving hip-hop like I never loved it before. But what is Mei Ling's favorite battle of all time when it comes to two MCs?
Mei Ling's favorite battle of all time is just watching both artists get out there, give it their all, and know that they are the shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've talked that shit, but they've also backed it up because it's in their cadence, it's in their delivery, it's in their form, it's in their presentation, it's in their visuals, it's in everything. It's in the energy that they bring. So when they can bring that, that's the best kind of battle I like.
Do you watch battle rap, like the real rap battle league and all that?
Yes, URL and all that. I just finished watching New Jersey Twerk get off live, and I don't know if you know that he just had the car accident.
Yeah.
So I was just
saw
watching
that pop up.
He was out and about right now, smoking and drinking.
Damn, dude! Shout out to New Jersey Twerk. Yeah, I was really heavy into it about 3 years ago. I kind of weaned off a little bit, but I would probably say Cassidy is my all-time, but he's a go-to. Everybody knows Cassidy.
I love
but
Cassidy.
I think I fuck with Arsenal and Shotgun Suge, those dudes from New Jersey, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck with them really, really heavy. Yeah, that battle rap league is dope. But like you said, it's very scripted.
Right.
It is entertaining. But you know these motherfuckers worked on this shit to where you could watch a DMX and Jay-Z battle from 1996, and you could tell it was raw and authentic, and the lines were coming from the top, and they're pointing at shit that's around. My homeboy got the shirt.
Right.
My other homie got the dirt. Like you're like it was much more raw and authentic. I like it. You know what I'm saying? You could either watch you could watch straight up street fighting, or you could watch WWF wrestling, you know what I'm saying? And the new battle rap scene is more like WWE wrestling to where I prefer the street fighting. Both are good, you know what I'm saying? But I prefer the street fighting, you know what I'm saying? The straight
it's very interesting. I can't say I've been drawn in, but like you, I agree. Cassidy is a GOAT, shout out to Cassidy. But we'll see. My favorite battlers right now are the ones that are in Dragon's Lair Entertainment, and everybody that's Mellow 15, Malt Leezy, messes with TRBRC.
Who's that girl?
So shout out to him.
There's a girl.
Energy Day Moon.
Whoever
she's my artist. I manage her. So she's not on. She's on Dragon's Lair Entertainment. She is Dragon's Lair Entertainment, but she's not part of the battle rap. So I also manage artists.
Okay. Damn,
I used to be an artist. Well, I am an artist, so I used to perform myself, I should say. Back in the 90s. So
I heard you say that.
So now I'm on the managing tip and, developing and, connecting and, just, working behind the scenes with all the music execs and whatnot. So Energy Day Moon, we have Universal 12-time platinum producer Keith Klizark looking at her, for distribution. So we got big things going on.
Yeah. That's dope, dude. That's dope. So I used to be an artist myself, and let me guess how you got to where you are today. I used to be an artist, and I would always have to, sell tickets. You remember the pre-sale thing? Oh, you got to sell 15 tickets to perform, and then you would only sell 7 tickets. You had to come out of your pocket with the other 8. Every starving artist has been through that bullshit. So about 2 months of that bullshit, I decided, you know what? Let me talk to that promoter. So I started talking to the promoters. Hey, how do you promote these shows? I'm like, shit, I could put a motherfucking show on. I know a lot of rappers. So I just started putting on shows, promoting, and it would be 5 acts, and it'd be all 5 acts I know. Yo, I got a show. Yep. Boom, shoot me $20 and you're in, or whatever the case is, and that's kind of how I started doing my thing. Is that a little bit of how you transition into what you're doing now?
Well, with me, I was always connected since 1990, 1991. I've been connected to the music industry. I was born into the music industry, in the Latin music industry here in Tucson.
How so?
My father had his own Latin orchestra and is very well known here in the community in Tucson, and has been recognized here at the Tucson Music Hall here.
Dope.
Several times. Yeah. So being part of the music, in a different genre, but, just seeing my dad, do his thing and move, and how he moved. He never did anything, mainstream. It was just, it was all very local. But when I got into rap and hip hop and fell in love with that, and I was able to connect with the people in the industry, I was like, I like that a lot better than being local. So let's do it big. So I had 8 backup dancers. Like, I went all out. And for me, it was just being able to connect with people in the industry and just saying, hey, I can rap. I have these songs. Here's my music. You're going to have a show. I bet you need talent. So put me on. So I would get them in their planning phases.
Nice.
And I would just attack them that way. But I've also interviewed, I've also been on, music showcases, like on local television here. And we'd go out and interview artists, celebrity artists, but, we'd go out and interview them. We'd bring them, in concert here or, in one of the surrounding cities. You're just there as an assistant, or you're there interviewing them, or, you're just there hanging out and just picking their brain.
Yeah. Well, damn, homegirl, I'm glad that you kept hustling, and it looks like another hustle that you added on to, which I personally enjoy, once again, is Crown TV. And that's where you can find Mei Ling Lim on Crown TV. And Dragon's Lair Entertainment, make sure you check her out. She's super, super dope. Go ahead and give out anything that I forgot and anything that you want to promote, Mei Ling.
Well, once again, Pretty Flower 2618 on Instagram. Mei Ling does mean pretty flower for anybody who's wondering. It does translate from Chinese to English as pretty flower. So that's where that comes from. Dragon's Lair ENT is my business entertainment page on Instagram. Dragon's Lair Entertainment on YouTube. Mei Ling Pretty Flower 2618 on YouTube. And all my artists, anybody that I tag or hashtag, on any social media, you want to make sure you guys follow them.
That's what's up. It's been a pleasure, and I hope we can do it again soon.
Very soon. Thank
all right,
you.
Cool. You have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
Likewise.
All
Good
right,
night.
Peace. Mei Ling Lim from Crown TV, ladies and gentlemen. Before we take a little break and jump into our next interview, I got to give a shout out to tonight's sponsor. Dre, you remember Super Cuz? We've had him on the show a couple of times. Super Cuz.
A couple of times.
Yeah, Stockton, East Coast. And he has his own business, and he sent me some products, and I'm really excited, man. I gave a few away. I tried one myself.
Okay.
And it is Mary Jane Moonshine. First off, love the name, love the name.
Hell yeah.
And here it is right here, Mary Jane Moonshine.
Goddamn.
Super Cuz, SUPACUZZ. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram. My man, Stockton East Coast Crip, doing the legit shit, legit crippin'. He has flavors like Paradise Punch. Which one are you holding, Dre? What is that?
I got apple, Jolly Apple.
Jolly Apple. He has Cali Colada. He has Sea Walk. Haha, get it? SEA. Walk, Sea Walk, because he's a Crip.
Hey, this was at the top. It says, "Hi, happy, horny, hungry."
Yeah, I like that. Hey, that's a dope ass slogan, yo, because that's everything you want in heaven, son. That's everything you want in heaven.
Hey, get that handcrafted.
Yeah, buddy. Strawberry Breeze, and we got the Jolly Apple and the Sea Walk, like I said earlier. And I'm gonna warn you guys, because I did drink 2. I took 2 to the neck, son.
Oh,
to the neck, son.
To the neck.
Woo! All right. First off, it was cool. It's not a foot. It doesn't get you all like it gives you a nice, straight, cool, nice, type of chill. But I will warn you, 24 hours later, when you take a shit, when you go to the bathroom and you drop that deuce that we do, at least once a day, it's gonna smell like somebody smoked mad weed in your bathroom, dog. Word up. I came home the next because while I'm shitting, it's not really, I can't really pay attention, but like I went downstairs, did my thing, came back up a little bit later, and I'm like, did my wife smoke weed in the bathroom? Like, why the fuck was she smoking weed in the bathroom? That's weird. We smoke weed in the house, like, we're cool. And then I'm like, put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, it's the fucking drink right here, man. This is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the real deal.
Mary Jane Moonshine. Makes you shake it up nice and good, because you got to get all the goodness in there. This shit is legit, man. Handcrafted, 420. Keep it away from your kids. Don't put it in your kids' lunchbox.
Oh, for by accident.
Jesus Christ, don't put it in your kids' lunchboxes. We will read the news story on our show. Dusty Vision TV right here, Super Audio Network, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific. We are going to take a little break because I have to go pee, and we are going to play Who's to Say 1251 featuring my boy Bone. You are tuned in to Dusty Vision Radio. Dusty Vision Radio, Super Audio Network, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on Super Audio Network. Dre Day.
Yeah.
The roof is on fire. Dog, what is up with all these fucking fires, man?
It is crazy, man. It's smelling terrible. It's looking terrible. I'm scared.
Yeah, it's weird. And what I'm hearing, what I heard is the latest conspiracy theory is there's someone setting these fires.
Oh,
like
no.
some Antifa type shit.
No, it's absolutely.
You think so? You think this is
No, yeah. Well, one of them was caused by San Bernardino was caused by a gender reveal party.
How dumb was that? You
Yeah.
dumbass, selfish. What? First of all, why are you going to be doing anything that includes any type of fire in 118 degrees? It was like 118 degrees or some crazy shit that day. And these dumbass, selfish people decided to do this. And now like something like 16 homes have been damaged, millions of dollars. And you know what? I'm glad that these motherfuckers are getting charged.
No, but they're only getting charged with a misdemeanor.
What?
Unless somebody dies, they can't be charged with anything more serious.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump into it because my blood pressure is going up, and I'm going to hit this joint, and I'm going to get ready for our next guest, somebody who I'm excited to have on, my homeboy, man. I was on their show recently, American Cholo. He was on our show recently. We've had my boy Gil on, and ladies and gentlemen, we have him back. What up, Sonny boy?
What's cracking, homie? How you doing, Dust?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, dog. Hey, I can't
I need to know one thing before we start.
Go for it.
The glasses, your power. Do you have them on?
The power of the glasses, huh?
Yeah, the power of the glasses. I need to know. That's like your Superman cape.
My dog, he knows I rock my glasses all the time, man. I don't know. It just makes me feel comfortable. It gets me into my zone, dog. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm gonna put mine on just.
That's what's up. That's what's up, homeboy. Well, shit, man. Yeah, let's jump right into it, man. I've been fucking with your lives lately, dog. I've been seeing your Instagram lives that you do. I like that. Keep doing that because I like how you tell stories and just, you know, one thing that happened to you that was like a 30-second incident turns into a 15-minute live, and that shit's dope, dog. I was just watching the one where you were talking about stealing on the black dude. When you guys were
in the county?
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's the shit I want to hear from a man, Sonny, dog.
Well, he gave me a heads up. He laughed about it. He was like, damn, homie, you cold.
Well, shit, you know what? Since I brought it up, dog, tell the story on my show, man. You don't make it a 15-minute, but we'll condense it into a few minutes.
All right. I was coming into a cell block in the county, in LA County Jail. And they put me in a cell full of blacks. I think it was a 7-man cell, 8-man cell. So as soon as I coming in, about to unroll my bedroll, the black guy tells me, you know, as soon as these doors rack, it's on. We're going to give you a couple seconds to run out the door, you know, so you can get with your people. So he gave me the heads up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm at the door when it's about to crack. And when the door cracked, I dropped my bedroll and I rushed them.
Yeah.
I was getting mine first.
Damn.
And by the time it was all said and done, I was in the next cell. And they had it locked down. And he was like, Sonny, you cold, man. You cold. I got to do what I got to do. He goes, I like that.
So
was good, homie.
You jumped on him to get pulled out of the cell, or or you just like, fuck it?
No, well, I'm at the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're expecting me to run out the door, but instead of running out, I ran in and started getting mine.
Damn, dog.
I was like, you know, I have to get mine, so there were 7 of them in there, so I got mine.
Damn, and
they just didn't expect it.
And if you knew this dude, like I know him, meaning Sonny Boy, he's the most chill dude. Like I can't even picture that even coming out of you. The amount of times, you know, that I've kicked it with you, or you know that I've talked to you. What type of mind state, you know, were you in back then?
You know what? I'm really like a chameleon, dog. You can put me in any situation, and I'm cool in that. I'm cool in any environment that you put me in. I can turn in a heartbeat into somebody else.
Yeah.
And I actually had my therapist tell me, she was, man, I find it hard to believe some of the stuff that you've been involved in. She was, but then talking to you, I know it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I know you got that capability of switching. Mm-hmm. She goes, I just find it hard. There's not too many people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, either you're one way or another, but I have people from the system tell me, hey, you're the same way in the system as you are out here. And I've had people tell me the opposite. You know what I mean? You're just the same way. No matter where I'm at, I'm always the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I like the Sonny boy that I see, man. You're a good dude, and I'm glad that you're doing this. I'm glad that you're, you know what I'm saying, talking to people. And you know, I always tell people my show is not to glorify gangs. My show is to talk to OGs and veteranos like Sonny boy, you know, who've been through it, and make let them make the decision. Is this really a life, you know what I'm saying, that you want to lead and jump into? And I think by you telling your stories, homie, I think you're saving lives, dog.
I appreciate that. I really do. I get a lot of feedback on some things, and the majority of it's positive. I think I've only got one negative response one time, and it was about something that they weren't too sure about. But I really appreciate that, dog. It means a lot to me. It's something I want to do. I hope.
Yeah, and I've never been a religious guy, but I feel like this is what you were put on earth to do. Like, straight up, this is the perfect timing with YouTube, and the whole true crime gang genre is really popular right now. I think this is what you were put on earth to do. And if you save, I can guarantee you've already saved one life, you know what I'm saying? But if that's all it takes, and God forbid, you know, something happens tomorrow and you're not here anymore, you know what I'm saying, you save somebody, dog.
I hope so. Honestly tried to help some people, and I know I've helped some people. Saving lives, I don't know, but I hope I do. You know what I mean? Because it's the streets ain't got no loyalty.
Damn, say that again. Say it louder for the people in the back, dog. The streets have no loyalty, homie.
Nope.
Damn, dog.
I know what it's like. Like I said, I'm comfortable in anything. I'm like a chameleon. Like, you can put me in the worst crack house and I'm comfortable as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You can put me in a high class area, I'm comfortable as hell.
Yeah.
You can put me in a level 4, I'm comfortable. Put me in a level 2, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So I am who I am. I'm not gonna fake it.
Yeah.
No reason to.
Well, shit. Explain everyone out there. Let's talk prison for a little bit, or jail. Remind everyone out there what your long stint was.
8 years.
And what was that for again?
I had a life term, but I overturned it.
Yeah.
And 97, I went in 92, and I got out 2000.
Okay.
But I had a life term.
Yeah. Before we talk about that, you had another video that I found interesting, and you called it fucking up my release date. Do you remember that one? Tell the story about what happened there, and the CO talking to you and all that shit.
Okay, we were in I was in a level 2. It was about a month to the pad, and I lived in what they call the snake pit. Everybody in that vicinity used heroin, and that's where everybody got loaded. I was on the bottom bunk. The guy on top of me used heroin. The guy beside of me used heroin, and the top his bunk used heroin. But I never used it. Then guys, it's just because they were snakes. You know what I mean? They were like not the type that I really like to run around with. I didn't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
So if I did anything, it was on my own. So anyways, one day the heroin ran out. Nothing was in there. Everybody was kicking, including myself.
Oh, shit.
I like a lightweight Jones. And there was this guy next to me on the upper bunk. He's going through it. It's his first time that he's ever kicking. He just started using. Got an addiction to it. And like normal, everybody's bumping their music and their TV's loud, joking around, and CO wasn't in the mood. Her name was Barbara. She was I can't give you her last name, but her first name was Barbara. So she wasn't in the mood that day. She told everybody, I don't want to hear your shit. If I hear any of your radios, your TVs, whatever, I'm turning the power off. So this guy is next to me. He's watching his little novellas, and he's got his earphones on like he's supposed to. But there's a black guy across on the aisle next to us that's bumping his radio. And usually when Barbara said it, she didn't usually mean it, but that day she meant it. I didn't want to hear it. So when she heard it, she turned off the power. So the homie got up. He's grouchy as hell. He's sick. I'm laying on my bunk and I'm not feeling good. Everybody's all laying on their bunks. And he he tells the black dude something. The black dude was one of those happy-go-lucky guys. Got along with everybody. Really respectful. You didn't really think he was much of a writer, like, you know what I mean? You know he wasn't no punk, but you didn't really think he was a writer. So the homie got off his bunk. He told him something, and then the black guy responded with something. I'm not sure what he said. But the homie got down and started to put his boots on. Now anybody knows from the system, you start putting your boots on, it's on.
Yeah, I've heard that a dozen times on my show, the putting the boots on. What is it for boots versus tennis shoes?
Yeah, Mexican with the boots.
Mexicans got on boots.
Yeah, Mexican got on boots.
Mexican got on boots. Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, I laughed at hell when I heard that. Anyways, so this black guy decides, hey, well, this dude's putting on his boots. There ain't no talking no more. So he decides to rush homie. Now, when he gets off his bunk to put his boots on, he's putting him on the bottom bunk, so he's right across from me, right next to me. And a couple other homies start walking up. You know, they're running that. They got their clothes ironed, all creased up, and they're those guys. So when the black guy runs up, he runs in between all of them and goes to steal on homie, goes to hit him when he's putting his boots on, and I take flight on him. I jump up and I hit him, and he kind of slides on the floor. Whew. So next thing you know, you hear all the heavy boots running on the floor. Which I guess they had seen it happening already. So they yanked me out. They yanked the black dude out. They yanked out a couple other people, and they had us separated. And as I'm on the outside, Barbara reaches in my ear and she tells me, "What the fuck are you doing? I know you're going home. What the fuck are you doing? You want to leave?" "I don't know what you're talking about." She goes, "I seen you hit him. Don't act like I don't want you to think I didn't see you. I seen you hit him. Now, I'm not going to say I seen you hit him." She goes, "But if the black guy goes and says you hit him, I got no choice." Whatever. So she goes to him and says, "Hey, what happened?" He says, "Nothing. We were arguing." "Did he hit you?" He goes, "No. He didn't hit me. We were just arguing." And then it wasn't even with him. So I'm like, okay. So they release us all in, and the whole time that she's taking me back in the dorm, she's scolding me. She's literally scolding me. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know better. You shouldn't be doing this.
Looking back, that's kind of dope, right? Like, she could have been an asshole and been like, fuck him, you know? But she was telling you, what the fuck are you doing?
And I'll tell you why she did it. I'll tell you why she did it. So, everything gets quiet. We're stuck on our bunks. And the black guy goes, "Hey, Sonny, can I talk to you?" So I got my boots on. Like, we were supposed to take our boots off, but I didn't take my boots off. So I walk over there and, "What's up, Holmes?" He goes, "Hey, I want to apologize to you." And he basically walked it out. "Hey, homeboy, fucking, I seen him putting on his boots, dog. I realize you're going home. And, well, hey, homie, you ain't going to steal on my people in front of me." He goes, "Yeah, I know you're going home," because everybody knew I was going home, that I had night term, that I had overturned it, and that was why I was in that level 2. So it was pretty well known that, you know what I mean, I had just did some time and I was coming home, and I wasn't acting like everybody else. So, you could tell the difference with people that had been down for a while. So he apologized to me, and I accepted the apology. He shook my hand. So he gave me a way out instead of me, because it was going to progress more. It still was going to go on more. It was just we were waiting for opportunity. But, like I said, he gave me a way out. We talked. Now, the reason she was the way she was is one day she was walking the dorm. It's a 100-man dorm. It's an Army barracks in the CRC, right? And she walks, and the power goes off. When the power went off, it went pitch black. I don't know how she found out where I was, but I felt somebody hug me from the back. And I was like, what the F? You know what I mean? I'm thinking somebody filling up on me, you know what I mean? And she was, it's me, Barbara. And oh shit, like I relaxed. Because I guess you could feel like tensed up. Like, what the fuck? And I'm over there grabbing her hand, like, get off me. You ain't gonna take me to the back. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we wanted chon or something.
That.
But actually her. And she told me, please don't let nobody know I'm here. I'm scared. Because she's a female, and an attractive one, in a 100-man dorm in pitch dark.
Okay. Damn.
That's why she did what she did.
Interesting.
And I never like put her on blast like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I think she did what she did, because she said she was able to see everybody's records, and she said my record wasn't like anybody else's.
Interesting. Yeah, man, it must be weird being a CO, because we all know the prisoners run prison. It's like it's a fake reality that the guards are running prison. You know what I mean? So I couldn't imagine what it's like being, like 5 guards to every. What is the ratio, like guard to inmate?
It was 1 guard per 100 inmates.
What?
1 guard.
They could literally kill her if they wanted to, or just whatever the case. Damn, dog.
Yeah, and then the dark, dog, they would have. We were actually in the dark for over 5 minutes. So they would have raped her. They would have raped her.
Wow.
So it was she never forgot that. Never.
Oh, okay.
She appreciated what I did for her. Like,
that's dope.
I'm not that type to take advantage.
I like hearing shit like that. But I want to get back to the little scuffle thing that went going on, because on that video you said that there are no one-on-ones in prison. If your homie gets into a fight with someone, you pretty much you all jump in. What's the reasoning and everything behind that?
Okay. There's a couple things. When you run in prison, you run with your people for a reason. The reason you run with your people and only your people is because it's less chance of a riot jumping off because 2 idiots got into it.
Mm-hmm.
So there being no one-on-ones, we got a saying that comes at least from LA County Jail, and you learn that all the way into the prison system. You want a beam, you have to take the whole burrito. There is no one-on-ones. There is no other race to check our race. If a white boy has a problem with a Mexican, he's supposed to bring it up to somebody, and then we will make that determination whether he got something coming or not.
Okay.
And that goes for any race that comes and approaches us. But there'll never be a time, or never is it okay for another race to check one of ours. And that includes checking a paisa, that includes checking anything. If you're brown, we're supposed to have your back.
Interesting. Okay. Damn. Do you know if blacks live by that same code in prison?
They don't really have that code, but they practice it.
Okay.
You're not going to rush a black and the other blacks aren't going to jump in, because they already know what the rules are with us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they have much of a choice. They know if we rush one black, we're going to rush them all.
Okay. Let me ask you, what would you say is the main difference between black gangs and Latino gangs? If there is even one.
Where it gets touchy. There's repercussions for our acts. For things that we do, there's repercussions if you're in the wrong. For the blacks, there's not a repercussion. They don't have to answer to anybody. We have to answer to somebody. We can't just run around and do what we want, because it puts everybody at jeopardy. And because as one, we're all in one unit. Whether the blacks is not one unit, it's multiple units. It's like they might have like one black that shot calls for a couple of his homies or from his neighborhood, but that's as far as it goes. There's no one set black that like you can go to and square everything away with.
Interesting.
So the structure is different.
Okay. Let me ask you, can you talk about, not into detail, obviously, you know where to draw the line, but can you talk about the stabbing while you were locked up that got another year tacked on to your 15-year sentence? Or do I have the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I could talk partly about it.
Yeah, of course.
Something started in a different facility, and it went into our facility. So it just happened to be in the dorm that I was in. So we ended up riding with them, getting them, going at it with them, fighting with them. And I got hit with a knife in the neck. But the knife that they used was a spoon that had sharpened down, and it broke. So it left me a welt on my neck. I was pissed. I was pissed off. I put two of my knuckles were down to the bone from hitting people. I had split my knuckles all the way down to the bone. You could actually see the bone. So I was pissed. I was pissed. We got out. We were outnumbered, outgunned. We were just all the way around. We caught the short end of the stick. They fucked us up. So we went to a different module, and I told the homies, "Hey, check it out, dog. I'm not done. I'm getting mine. Either you ride or deal with the consequences later. But I'm gonna get mine. I'm giving you a heads up right now." So when the dorm I had told this black dude, seen him. I kind of seen him making the shank. And I told him, if some shit jumps off, you're going to be the first one I'm going to hit. I'm telling you right now. And he was in that dorm. And I was there. I had just came, but I had mine. So when I went into his section and we had words and I stuck him. And then when I hit him in the neck. He turned around and it wasn't that serious. I got him, but I didn't get him where I wanted to. And he went outside. They cuffed him. He was bleeding. They were covering up his neck. And he turned around and told him, "Hey, that guy right there is the one that stabbed me."
Damn.
I was like, "What?"
Off top like that, huh?
In front of everybody.
Huh.
Didn't give a rat's ass. He's the one that stabbed me. So on the counter, they gave me a year because I already had life. And a lot of people don't understand is when you're in the county and you get into some shit, they just want to take you to New Hall and give you your fucking time real quick and you're gone. As quick as possible, they want you in and out. So they'll just give you the quickest first deal. So since I had life already, and they were like, "We're gonna give you another year." Okay, whatever. But it's gonna run bow-legged, which means it's gonna be consecutive. It's not gonna be run together. It's gonna be, you're going to do your time, then you got another year to go. That's what screwed up my parole date, or I would have got out sooner.
Damn. Let me ask you, because I was watching a Vlad TV interview. I can't remember who specifically said this, but he said in the story that you just told about the guy pointing you out off top, he said that Latino gangs, locked up in prison, they'll snitch on the opposite side, just to
That was BG Knockout.
Was it BG? Okay, there you go. And I know he got a lot of flack for that.
Yeah, we actually talked about it on the show.
Oh, okay.
The best thing I could say about that is BG Knockout has a problem with Raza. Either he got hurt, he got rushed, he got stabbed, something. Because anybody that's been in the system knows that we will do our own just as quick as anybody else. So if you're ratting, it doesn't matter who you're ratting on. If you dry snitch, and a lot of people don't even understand what dry snitch is. It's like I was telling one of my stories, and somebody had taken something from me, and they wanted me to get up on the table and tell everybody, well, whoever took my shit, F you. To me, that's dry snitching because the cop would have seen it. And I would have got dealt with. We're not allowed to say anything. I don't know where they get that from those books, but I think it's just a personal vendetta with the guy, BG Knockout, because that's not our program. That's not how we do it. If anything else, we're the most stringent on rats and informants. They're the ones that catch the worst when it comes to us, more than any other race.
Yeah, that was a very controversial comment. When you heard that, I'm assuming it didn't sit well.
Oh, I was pissed. Because it's like, we spent all our, well, I know I spent my whole time trying to make a point. That's all you really do in jail. That's all you can do in jail is make a point. And preserve your image. That's all you basically got in prison or in jail or in the system at all. That's all you got is your image. And for somebody to just walk up and blatantly lie about something like that, it's just like, hey, wait a minute. It's like, even our worst enemies, which was the Northerners, would tell you that that's not our get down. That's not how Southsiders do that. Southsiders will hold their mud, and if they don't, they're going to get dealt with. So BG Knockout ain't got no love coming from me. I don't even listen to music no more.
Hey. Yeah, let's move on. That sounds like a very touchy subject, and I don't want to get too much deeper into it. But I would like to keep it, on the Hollywood aspect, of things, I guess,
okay.
for whatever, for lack of better words. But you doing so much time in jails and prisons and things like that. What would you say is the most realistic prison / gang movie that you've ever seen?
That's one of the easiest questions I've ever had.
Go for it.
It's called The Felon. The Felon, Felon.
Okay.
With Val Kilmer.
Okay.
Now, it's about a white dude. And it's about a white gang. But that movie was so realistic that it takes you through the emotions of what you go through in jail. It actually takes you through the emotions. I don't know who directed it or whoever directed it. He did a hell of a job, dude. And then he's the same one, I think, that did Shot Caller.
With the Jamaican movie?
In fact, The Felon, huh?
The Jamaican movie Shot Caller? Or
they made a movie called Shot Caller.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. But the one with The Felon with Val Kilmer was one of the most realistic movies I've probably ever seen. It took me through back into time when I was barely going in the system and what I had dealt with my emotions and everything, on how everything went from how I had to deal with my wife, how I had to deal with my kids, how I had to deal with the bills, the violence and everything. It takes you through everything. What goes through your head. That movie is probably the most realistic prison movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I knew from day one, off top, I wasn't made for prison, so I limited my street life to shit that would just get me 30 days in county. But
I wish I would have did that. But I'm not made for prison either.
Man, fuck! I don't think anyone is. We're not animals, dog, and that's and it kind of turns people into animals. Let me ask you something. I feel like I asked you this before. If I did on the last show, stop me. But someone mentioned on one of my shows that when you go to jail and you're in the gang life, in prison specifically, like you're almost forced to be quote racist. You know, you off top just have to hate black people, or vice versa. You're off top, you have to hate Latinos. Is that true? Safe to say?
No, not necessarily. Let me. I got to take you back into my story.
Okay.
When I was a kid, my dad had a friend. His best friend lived in Compton. He was probably the only Mexican family in Compton at the time. Some older black kids stole our beach ball that we were playing with. Basically punked us. I asked them for the ball back. They disrespected me. So I called them the N-word. I'm a little kid.
Right.
They whipped my ass. And I thought I had like 30 cousins. They were thinking I was badass. They all left me. So I got my ass kicked. So I'm a vengeful person. I remember things. I remember things from back in high school that I hate somebody over. I'm just like that. I'm built like that where I don't forget things like that. So when I hit the county, for me, it was racial. It was me that hated. It was me that you had to prove yourself in order for me to give you respect. It's different now, okay? Mind you, it's completely different now. But back then, that's my mentality. So I was game for that. You want a bean, you got to take the whole burrito game. I was me. I was cool with that. But there's a lot of homies that have a lot of love for blacks in there because they grew up together with them. But they have to prove a line. They have to be on the line siding with us because, like I told you, the less interaction we have with the blacks, the less chances of a riot jumping off.
Gotcha.
That's what it is.
Someone
it's
saying
not
the
really
wrong
racial
thing. Someone saying the wrong thing, like someone stepping on somebody. Something simple like that, right?
Yeah, you could tell somebody whatever, and next you know it's costing somebody their life.
Damn, man. Let me ask you. I asked this question to your co-host Gil, American Cholo, for everybody out there on YouTube. American Cholo, Gil, and Sonny Boy are a fucking dope ass show. You definitely got to check it out if you don't already know about it. American Cholo. But I asked this question to your co-host Gil in our last interview, and I'd like to ask you the same question, keeping it kind of in the Hollywood, type of vibe we're doing right now. But what are your thoughts on rappers like YG and I forgot his name, Blueface? Yeah, who do songs like Que Loco and Cansada and stuff like that. Do you think they're making a mockery, or do you think they're paying homage to the Latino culture?
No way in hell are they paying homage. That was blatant disrespect. And let me explain this. Those rappers have 100 different raps stashed away. Like most rappers, they have, rap after rap after rap just put away. What would make them single out a certain race other than hate? There's I don't see any other way of putting it. There's so much to rap about, so much. Why would you rap about carne asada? Why would you rap about horchata? Why? What was the purpose of it?
Yeah.
It doesn't have no purpose to it other than to piss somebody off.
Flip it around.
Get their clown on.
Flip it around. Flip it around, and if it were, a Mexican
like if I
doing
was
a black
watermelon and grape soda.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, dog, it would be a war.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, fucking NWA. I mean, fucking what's the Black Lives Matter would be knocking at your door. It would be. There
would be no purpose for me to do that unless I wanted to get my crown on. And that's what it was. They just wanted to get their crown. Maybe they thought it was harmless clowning, but just the same, it was clowning. We have a lot of people that busted their ass that illegal immigrants, the immigrants, to people that were born here, that are trying to change that stereotype that everybody looks at us as.
Mm.
And then you got some guy from a different race sitting there making fun of it. It's just not right. Well, that's my personal feelings.
Yeah. Got to be careful what you put out there nowadays, because you may think you're paying homage, and from an outsider looking in, I feel like they're just so dumb and probably pumped full of drugs that they legit probably thought that they're paying homage to the culture. But at the end of the day, nah, it ain't. Flip it around, and you wouldn't like it if they, some Mexican dudes in monkey suits were throwing watermelons at each other and throwing grape soda and drinking. It's, think about it before
Yeah.
you do something.
Well, you know me already, does.
Of course.
I don't look at things as racial. If I get stopped by a cop, I'm not looking at it as racial.
Mm-hmm.
If I get some black guy mad dog, I'm not looking at it racial.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different. It's like on a personal level. Hey, they stopped me for this. A black guy must know me from somebody for something I said or something I did, or know me from the system. It's not about a race to me. I'm not one of those guys that use that excuse as a cop out for racial incidents.
Mm-hmm.
Always personal. So for me to even acknowledge that those songs were racial is a big step for me.
Yeah. And that's what I love about you and Gil is you guys. That's one thing I love about American Cholo on YouTube. Make sure you guys follow American Cholo. That's what I love about both of you guys. And I know both of these dudes personally, so it's not a front. It's not a gig that they're putting on. But both of these dudes, they're not sheep. Like, you guys aren't sheep. You know what I'm saying? I see you guys aren't afraid to go against the grain. And I was reading something that Gil posted today, and there were people telling him, "You're not a real Cholo. I'm unfollowing you." I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's a legit point dude is making. He was talking about how to act and not to act when you're pulled over or fucked up by a cop or some shit like that. And it was a legit point.
Yeah, he was expressing how in 9/11 cops were running into the buildings to save lives, and now all of a sudden they're the demons of the world.
Right. Let me ask you off top, in your opinion, because cops are the big issue right now, and you've been around cops, you've been around COs, you've been around sheriffs, if anybody's been around law enforcement, it's been my boy Sonny Boy. In your opinion, because it doesn't matter what anybody says. I feel like you have the sole opinion. Do you in your heart believe that most cops are good or most cops are bad?
I don't think I could put it on most cops are good or most cops are bad. I think all cops are human. Okay. And it depends on what situation you catch a cop in, or what kind of day he had, or if something happened to his family. I think that determines on what's going to happen. There are some bad cops, and I will say there are some bad cops, just through and through. They're all about, I think they were like victims back in the day, and this is just a run back. This is a way of them getting back for all the hardship that they had growing up. Mm-hmm. But there are some good cops out there that are really go out of the way to help you.
Like Barbara. Shout out to Barbara.
They have bad days. Excuse me?
Shout out to Barbara.
Yeah, shout out to Barbara. There's the 3 cops that were involved in my arrest when I went to prison. There's 3 detectives. 1 was Mexicans and 2 were Jewish. Those cops are demons. All they cared about was arrest, getting acknowledgement for those arrests. They didn't care who they stepped on to get into the position that they wanted to get in. Those 3 cops are just horrible. But then I've seen other cops that they had a right to be a little pissed off, but they were professional about it. Not our cops are bad. I just think they're human. I They have their emotions just like all the rest of us. Some days we wake up, we're not in a good mood. Don't fuck with me today. But they don't have that they don't have that where they can say, "Oh, don't fuck with me today," because they're dealing with people every day. And I'll tell you right now, some of the guys that I've done time with, or I know that are running illegal shit, man, I'd probably fucking shoot them myself. You know what I mean? Be honest, be honest. You want to be trying to run game and shit. But I'm not saying I'm pro cops. I'm not saying I'm against cops. I just think they're human. And
I like that. You're human.
some of them don't need to believe. Some of them don't need to be in that position at that area.
Yeah. That we can both agree on for sure, dog. I think they need more training, but that's a whole other situation, and we got to wrap it up for the
That's
night.
what I think they need.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I think they need. They need to be retrained because they're too quick on the gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's too quick on the gun, and they need to be retrained.
Yeah, and
see, we got to look at it.
Go ahead.
My daughter was taking a class last year in school. She goes to college, and one of these was civil unrest or something like that. And she was showing me the video where there's this black guy sitting in the car. He's got his camera on. He's sitting in a really rich neighborhood. The car's kind of beat up, and a cop walks up on him. A Mexican cop walks up on him and asks him, "What are you doing here?" And right away, the black guy is like, "I'm unarmed," and tries to take control of the situation right off the bat. Cops are meant, they're taught to take control of the situation, but this guy was enticing the cop on purpose. So I had this big discussion in her class about it, and my daughter came, "Dad, this is messed up. This is racism. This is what happened." And she's showing me. And I go, "Did you realize yourself why that guy had the camera on? Why was he sitting in that area?" She started to think about it. She goes, he did that on purpose. Yeah, he did it on purpose. But people forget that. Sometimes you got to look at the whole picture, not just what you see, because there's stuff that leads up to that. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying all cops are right by any means. I'm not saying I've been on the bad end of a cop having a bad day.
Dig deeper into the story. You know what I mean? Don't just read the headline and get all riled up. By innocent black man shot in the back. So no, what led up to that? You know what I'm saying? And that's cool that you're teaching the kids that.
And then another thing, we got Floyd that got killed. Man shouldn't have died. At least not the way he did.
I 100% agree. Everybody could agree with that.
Right, everybody can agree with this.
Not some of these other idiots.
Instead of the media saying a white cop put his knee to a man for 9 minutes and killed him, a black man, why couldn't they say officer kills a citizen?
Oh, because it sells more. It gets everybody riled up. Let's burn the city down, baby. And that's exactly the case right there. We're all, in that sense, most of us, sadly, are puppets. And that's exactly why we have what we have right now. Dude, Sonny Boy, we got to wrap it up, man. But next time we do this, because we are going to do a part 3, man, you're going to be a consistent guest on my show, and I hope to come on American Cholo soon. But next time we do this in November, man, I'm going to bring you into the studio. I think by then, after the election, nobody's going to give a fuck about COVID. So we're going to bring you into the studio, and we'll do this face-to-face. I'll bring you and Gil in, and we'll chill. We'll smoke a little bit, drink, and have a good time. Where can everybody find you and American Cholo?
American Cholo on YouTube, and Sonny American Cholo on IG, and hopefully soon some more platforms, because we're working on that now.
Yeah, these dudes are dope, man. Like, real talk, it's legit, and I love how they both came together. They were enemies at one time in the street. 30 years ago they would have both killed each other. But now they're doing a podcast together, and it's a dope-ass podcast. I encourage everybody out there to check it out. American Cholo on YouTube. Sonny Boy, I'll talk to you soon,
I
homie.
appreciate everything for you, Dusty. Thank you. I
you
really
too.
appreciate you having me on. And all my respects, and I enjoy your show very much.
Thank you,
know I'm
homie.
always watching.
Likewise, homeboy.
All right,
and
man.
stay up, homie. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Peace, man.
Bye.
Yeah, buddy. Dre Day. Mary Jane Moonshine, baby. Mary Jane Moonshine. My boy Super Cuz from Stockton, East Coast Crip. He is going the legit route,
Hell
doing his
yeah.
thing, man. This shit is dope. Dre Day's already almost done with
see
his.
you see how much I look how much I drank, and I'm feeling it, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm scared to drink the rest because I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I love it. He has Paradise Punch. He has Jolly Apple. He has Cali Colada. He has Sea Walk, which is my favorite, SEA Walk, because he's a Crip. Get it? Haha. And I already said Jolly Apple. But yes, everybody check him out. Mary Jane Moonshine.
I got the strawberry breeze.
Yeah,
that one's bomb. But like I said, I'm gonna wait till the weekend before I really hit the bottle.
Throw it on some ice, and it's fucking lovely. Make sure you shake it up first. Throw it on some ice. It's fucking beautiful.
Yep.
Thank you guys for checking out the show every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on Super Audio Network. Make sure you guys check out all the other shows we have Monday through Sunday. I'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.